Hey, welcome to Munchkin Master Touch Match Masterclass. This is Chapter 3, Video 7, and we're going to talk about player expectations, how to get return players. Now, managing player expectations is important because you don't want to put yourself into a situation where you're doing more work than you want to for the amount of money that you're making. Okay, so you have to make it clear to your players what you're going to be doing. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to be available for 1 hour before the game for talking and character building stuff, or I can take questions on this particular hours or whatever. And you want to just be clear about what you're offering, because even if you're not putting on the most elaborate game ever, if you're clear about that when you go in and say, oh, this is a really lighthearted one shot, we're just playing around, we're not going to be too serious, we're going to be making jokes, we're not crazy about the rules, I'm sorry about the wind, then your players will be expecting that. When they come in, they'll like it. But if you tell them it's going to be the most, if you're like overselling and you're like, oh, is this the most intense game ever? We're going to be deep into the storyline and everything. And then they get there and you're just messing around, they'll be mad and they will complain. So you have to manage expectations, which is essentially just being honest about what your game is going to be before it starts in like a session zero. You're going to want to tell the players exactly what they're getting for their money, exactly how much time and effort you're going to put into it, and just be clear and honest with them. Say, okay, I'm going to put in, a couple of hours of prep time per week for this session. I'm going to be putting, I'm going to be putting in a certain amount of my own original artwork into this, and I'm going to be doing this and that and this and that. And you guys can message me anytime for questions about the game and everything. And then you're going to tell them your price. So you just have to manage those kind of expectations. Now, how to get return players, the trick to getting them to return is the management of expectation, right? You want to manage their expectation to a certain level and then give them just a little bit more than you told them they were going to get, right? So you say it's a really lighthearted game. It's just messing around or whatever. But then when they get in there, you you really do play off their character's backstory and you do great voices and stuff. They're gonna be like, "Wow, I've got a lot of value from that. I got extra," and they're gonna come back. Come back for extra. So you manage the expectation low a little bit, then you deliver high. Don't be the guy that goes in there giving out all your qualifications and say, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 17 years and I'm the best dungeon master in all of the land. Because then when they play in your game and you're having an off day, they're going to think you suck and that you're a liar. So what you want to do is you want to go in there and be like, hey, I'm playing a fun game. We're going to have a good time. We're going to rock it. All right? We're going to be doing a little improv, a little homebrew. It's going to be good. And then when you go in there and you put on a great game, you did what you said. But not only that, you did better than what you said. And so that's the trick, okay? Focus on over delivering on your games and underselling. It's not underselling because you're not going to say, oh, I'm putting on a mediocre game. You're just not going to just try to push how good your game is. You're just going to say, I'm running a game. I'm a good DM. I'm a DM. I'm a pro DM. I'm running a game. Come play. And they will play and they will see with their eyes how good it is. And you just do a good job. And then that is going to get them to come back. Because if you try to oversell it, it's going to blow up in your face. Anyway, that is how to manage expectations and get return business as a professional dungeon master.